squeezing on the rubber so it's pouring out. Hey, I'm working on the Wacker today. It's the EZ28. It's got a little leak right there in that, so I don't know if it's a hose yet. I ain't got to it, or if it's that valve. But anyway, my mission today is fix this leak, get this all back together. All right, then we'll get started on this and see how much pain in the butt's going to be. I'm going to go from there. You see that whole thing right there soaked. It's even soaked on top up there. So okay, I'm going to start with the simple things first. Make sure all this is tight, which I think it is. So it must be up there somewhere. Have to be up there. Oh man, that back one, that slides in. That's pouring right out of that hole. Man, why? Just see if I can break it loose right there. Try to make a little bit more room. I lost my favorite tool in the mix of all that. Oh, there it is. Right in front of me. That thing slides in there. I think I can take this top one out and slides off. Keep the bottom one loose. Perfect. If it wouldn't hit the hoses. Ain't that bad. That thing's got all them hoses on there. It's kind of awkward to hold it up. So close. So far. Now, will it come out that way? I think it will. It's out. So these two bolts in the bottom go all the way through it and hold this thing together. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see this hole, and this hole is where the foot pedal bolts on. This hole, and this hole is just there. But look how much fluid's in that hole. When I stick this in, and I'm not pushing on it hard, but there's something rubber in there. You see that just pouring out? This one here has got something metal, bottomed out on metal. I was trying to see in there, see if I could pop this top off, but I think I'm going to have to go in from the bottom. Not sure yet. This thing just sits there, and that's what's weird, because this whole rubber to me would have to be full of hydraulic fluid right now, because this thing here rock, that's what's rock, so that should not have no fluid up in there. And else this whole rubber's full. And I can squeeze on it and can't get, maybe that's what it is. That whole, look, squeezing on the rubber so it's pouring out. So it's coming up out of that valve, and this whole rubber is what's, yeah. So that whole rubber boot is full. But I don't know if that rubber, I think that rubber just, you'd think all the hydraulic oil around it and come right off there. But there's a lot of rust in there. I don't want to break that rubber either. You guys see that puking or not? Look at that. It's full of water and rust. That is nasty looking in there. Look, the water and the rust in there. Pin just pushes in. I think that pin screws in. No, you wouldn't think that thing would be rusted or froze on there. Yeah, I think that pin screws in. And that dude is, I want to find a new one of these. That is nasty. Not sure how that thing, yeah, I think it definitely screws. So that's probably one thing about not having a cab. This thing has probably never seen a garage in its life, or indoors. Yeah. Sometimes you never know until you try it. That thing would never come apart. There's some Allen screws. Never turn either. Looks like a straight. Smaller than that though. It's actually a straight. Nope. Nope. Popped my shoulder. It's got little O-rings, which is how I thought anyway, I guess. Yeah, I do wish I had little caps for that though. Oh, that's a good catch. You guys see that? Tap them up so I don't beat them around. Okay, that's off of there. Let's go to the bench, see what this thing, how bad it is. Alright, phone's ringing. Lunchtime, dinner time. That thing is just rusty. That boot trapped everything inside. Not sure why I made it like that, but I can't get to them. Can't get to them to get them out. You gotta take that out, which is pro. I have to let her soak a little bit longer. Might be able to put a little bit of heat to it, I guess, too. At this point, the only thing I'm gonna do is screw it up. I don't think I can get this hot enough past this point to hurt anything for the seals, but the seals are leaking anyway, so not sure if it matters. I smoke my hand what I do. And I guess it'd be normal thread. Wish I'd put another inch lip on that bench. I ain't sure why they stuck that down in there like that. Well, they didn't use it. I guess they never planned on this freezing up in there. Now, I might give it a little bit more time, a few days, and see what it does. I think the worst, maybe, I gotta do is drill it out. See, I think this side, well, this side too. The heck does that thing screw into? So it screws into, so them little bushings on each side of that. So this piece has gotta have threads in it. Definitely it's gotta have some threads in it. Coming out of it. Ain't got the best caps in the world there. Well, I think I'm gonna just let it soak maybe. So this piece has got the threads in it. So that piece is screwed in through there, which is huge. I'm gonna stick my air hammer on that right there and hit it while I'm turning it, but I'm afraid if I burr that up, if I drilled a hole in it, if I got a blunt for my hammer or not. Probably, maybe. No. I do got a blunt, and that would work. If I could just, maybe if I drill a pilot hole right there to keep that on there, because I'm afraid if I hit out here and if I burr that up, I will play a heck of a time trying to grind that off. Yeah, I think with a little patience it might come through. I can drive through, can't I? Just a little patience. Well, I heard that is the drill. It's already got a spot there. I might have to get my glasses on. Do some surgery. Oh, you usually walk over and get my glasses. A lot better. Yeah, free hand. Moved that too far. Yeah, that's a hard pin, I think. And no harder than I hit it, didn't do nothing. And I've been out here about 3 hours beating. But when I thought I'd drill that out and I hit that with a center punch for a drill bit, hit it a couple of times. I didn't realize, for a minute there, I didn't realize I moved it. So when I tried to drill it, it didn't do nothing. And I think why, it's like a U-joint cap. So I think it's like a U-joint cap, not sure. But I'm gonna see if I can punch it out. I've done moved it a little bit. But you would think that right there, that would just unscrew and come out. So I think that's misleading, but I'm not sure yet. But I get into it, I'm gonna find out here. I'll drill it out, but that might not happen easy as I was thinking. So there's probably somebody out here watching this and was probably laughing at me. Almost got enough WD-40 on it. Thing should just fall out. Okay, I did move it, but it did stop. But maybe that's what that, I don't even make sense of why that arrow would be like that. The little arrows, you can't see them. The little arrow right there, and I don't know what the heck that thing means either. It's right there and stops, but it is moving. What the heck would be in there to make that thing stop? She's moving. Rust really on that pin. I might have bottomed out on that board. I gotta drill a hole deeper. So there's a bunch of time trying to figure that out, but If it comes out, I'm happy. She's out. There's a hole in that. So maybe that's what that hole's for. I don't know. Let's see where the hole was. Oh. It is smoking hot. This pin, see me, I tried to punch, center punch there and try to drill that pin. I couldn't get it off because I thought that was just a straight head screwdriver. And I tried to unscrew it for hours, actually, a lot of time in it, and I couldn't get it. So when I punched that little pinhole right there, I felt something move, and it was kind of weird. I didn't know how it was set up, but there's a little hole in that pin. And that pin actually sits in there like that. That pin goes up in there, slides in, and there's a little set screw that goes through the top of this into this pin. And that's what holds this pin in. So now what I know is that's actually a gauge. That wasn't a straight head screwdriver. So you put that facing up like that, then that hole's up where you can put that set screw into that hole and that pin won't fall out. And when I punched it out, it actually, that little piece there, it broke that set screw, which is fine. At least I got it off. And I know how it works now, but I broke that, just a little tip off of it. So there's a lot of set screws, so I'm still got plenty to use. And I put just a little bitty scratch in that. You can feel I just right there. So I'm gonna just buff that out a little bit. It ain't no matter anyway, and it still slides in there. But buff that out a little bit, and it'll be good to go. And these little pins I just took out, they come through, and that's what pushes on the cylinder to give it fluid. So this thing rocks on these pins, and there's one on each side right there. So I tried to get them out too before I got this center pin out. And these pins actually has got set screws right there to hold these in place. So anyway, it's all savable. I'm going to try to get the other piece off, get new seals for it. I'm going to clean this up a little bit more and get it back together. But anyway, I couldn't find nothing online on this. So, but anyway, that's it. I'm going to get this cleaned up. Try to get this top off of this, because these are what's leaking, I think. Well, they got to be what's leaking. The only thing there. So I'm going to try to get these tops off and see what's in there. Should be just a rubber O-ring, but not sure. And I do not see no set screws in that. Oh, it's free, I think. A lot of stuff in there. And I do have, show you here, I still got to work on this, but probably never see inside that hole. That's where that set screw pin went through. And there's a little tip of it still in there, broke off. But it's loose, so I think I can get it pretty easy. But I don't try to get, ouch. That was a bad deal. That's that busted knuckle. Oh. Huh, no gasket or nothing. Something right there. I ain't sure how them's in there. Yeah. I'll be dang. That popped right out. So maybe I ought to just try to order some more of these. I don't know if that's supposed to be an O-ring or not, but I did not. Yeah, there's something there, a little brass O-ring. Maybe I'll run these over at Bobcat. But it does got a full lot of junk down in there. All kinds of crud. Yeah, I don't see, I mean, that kind of come out on me, but I don't see, as I'd say, that plate just holds it. I'm pretty confident the plate holds these in place. Came out there pretty easy. Love to get that one out now. It might be moving. Whoa. It moved. It hit the floor. Pretty nasty. So, alright, I'm gonna get these cleaned up. Alright, I got everything cleaned up. Still trying to figure out go to Bobcat or not. Or just try it and see what it does. Think about just putting it on there and firing the machine up. So I think that goes on like this. And the pin goes up. I need to put these in first because it got them little set screws. You can see, got little set screws for these. And you can't get to them once you put this thing together. So, well said that, I might have lied to you. Maybe you can get to them. I was thinking that because when I took it apart, I didn't know what I was doing. I still don't really know what I'm doing, but like I said, I couldn't find nothing online about it, but I want to show you guys how it goes back in case you didn't catch it all coming apart best I can. With this part here, these little things just set in there, they pop off. Okay, them in, and got these little bitty set screws go right in there. There it is. Thought that little bitty piece I threw away, but I got it. Okay, them's in, and here. Just a big puzzle. So this thing goes on. Okay, I stuck that thing in the vise, and get that thing on there. But, like I said, that thing just goes through, and right there's the pinhole. All right, that goes in, and this Allen screw goes in. I'm so blind anymore. Yeah, I'm actually glad that just sheared off and I didn't break something while I tried to drive that pin out. Guess I should have checked that. Okay, that's snug. I'll make sure that pin won't drive out. Yep, she's solid. Yep, right there, so they're just adjustable. And got little set screws right there. It's actually pretty simple, but like I said, I took it apart. I had no clue. And it was all so full of dirt and rust. I didn't know what was what. Okay. All right, that thing's ready to go on. Okay, I'm gonna put this thing back on and fire the machine up, see if it leaks. I think it probably will leak, but if it don't leak, then I don't have to worry about trying to buy parts for it. And now that I know where it is and stuff, if it does leak in the future, it's easy to get to. Actually, I think I made it probably look worse than what it was by taking everything off, but I was kind of want to look at the machine too as I take stuff apart and see what's loose and different things. Got that back together here, and I charted it out here, but it don't leak, so I'll let it run 15 minutes or so. Moved everything and can't find no leaks, so I think we're good to go. I'm gonna put it back together, and now I know, so if them seals go bad, it's fairly easy to get to now, so I know kind of what I'm doing. So I want to throw it back together, other than throwing money into it that may not need. So see what happens. Okay. Yes. Finally, that thing's in. Okay, that's done. Okay, that's gonna do it for tonight. Everybody, thanks for watching. Subscribe, thumbs up, share, leave a comment. Thanks for watching.